John Rocker, another tirade tonight. Martin Luther King Jr.'s murder not a conspiracy. A Fulton officer arrested for child molestation. The Night Beat is next.
Join Pam Martin and Warren Savage on Channel 2 Action News this morning.
Somewhere in America, moments from now, there could be a new multi-millionaire. Welcome to The Big Game.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Friday, June 9th, and tonight's Big Game jackpot is an estimated annuitized $46 million. To win the jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the gold big money ball. Good luck. Our first number tonight is 7, followed by 34. Congratulations to Merle Gross Jr. of Baltimore, Maryland, one of our recent $150,000 big game winners. Next we have 9. Correction, that's a 6, 45, 25. And time for our gold big money ball, and our gold big money ball number is 2. Once again, our numbers are 7, 34, 6, 45, and 25. Our gold big money ball number is 2. Now remember, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's big game jackpot could be worth $52 million.
Learn what to do if you're lost in the woods. Monday at 5 on Channel 2 Action News. Live, local, late breaking. Now, coverage you can count on. This is the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat at 11.
Well, I'm not only disappointed, I'm disgusted.
Dr. Joseph Lowry and other civil rights leaders speak out tonight about a government finding that there is no evidence Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination was a conspiracy.
Our top story tonight includes live team coverage from Washington and the King Center. Good evening, everyone. I'm Vicki Newton, in tonight for Monica Kaufman.
And I'm John Pruitt. Disappointment and anger tonight from family and friends of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The Justice Department's limited investigation could once again find no evidence that Dr. King was killed as the result of conspiracy. This just 6 months after a Memphis jury found just the opposite, that it was the result of conspiracy. Channel 2's Dale Cardwell begins our live Team 2 coverage from the King Center tonight. Dale?
John, this is the 5th time that a government body has taken a look at the King assassination and decided that there was no involvement beyond James Earl Ray. And this is the 5th time that the family has had to respond. Well, tonight, Dr. King's family says the government report is wrong. After 32 years of government denial, Martin Luther King III says his family's come to expect it, but they'll never be willing to accept it.
I would have been quite surprised, in fact, if the government had concurred with the information and admitted its own guilt. It's very difficult for people and the government to admit that sometimes we make mistakes.
King says the government's limited probe has left him feeling disappointed. One of Dr. King's closest friends says the emotion he feels is disgust.
There's no way in the world that James Earl Ray, who never did anything right in his life, could have planned and implemented the assassination of Dr. King. He had to be a tool in somebody else's hand, and everybody knows that.
A Memphis jury certainly agreed. Last December, it proclaimed to the world that King had been killed by a group, perhaps even people in the government. Tonight, Jesse Jackson seemed to agree and said the government cannot judge itself.
It is not a detached suspect in the King assassination. It cannot be trusted to judge itself, nor to honestly declare its role.
For now, the King family says it's time to move on, and visitors to his crypt say they will.
Well, I think the most important thing is to make sure his legacy lives on, and to me, that's the bottom line.
The King family does indeed realize that this debate will continue, so they want people to be able to visit their website and get what they call an unbiased opinion, to take a look at all the facts. You can find that opinion and a lot of facts from the Memphis trial from last fall at www.thekingcenter.com. Once again, www.thekingcenter.com. For now, we're reporting from the King Center in downtown Atlanta. I'm Dale Cardwell, Channel 2 Action News Night Beat.
Thank you, Dale.
From Atlanta to Washington, D.C., tonight, Channel 2 talked to the lead investigator in that Justice Department probe. Channel 2's Bridget Langmaid picks up our live team coverage in the nation's capital. Good evening, Bridget.
Good evening, Vicki. We did indeed talk to that lead investigator, the author of today's controversial report. And he tells Channel 2 the 18-month investigation included hundreds of interviews that took place all over the country. Interviews that he used to test the credibility of those who came forward to say there was a conspiracy to murder Martin Luther King Jr.
Found that they were inconsistent about important matters. We found that there was evidence that did not substantiate what they said, and in fact evidence that contradicted what they said. We did not find anything to substantiate any allegation that